Yo, what's good? What's goody? My people, man. We back. We done made it through another week, man. How y'all doing? Hopefully everything's good. Hold on 1 second. Why? This is like that. Faith, what's goody? How y'all doing? I go by the name of John Da Vinci. Welcome to the Creator Academy, the FNR Creator Academy. We do a lot of uh, soul speaking here, I would say. But for real though, we do a lot of um, Bible studies. We do health, mental health, physical health talk. We do business talk, entrepreneurship talk. But we don't get too caught up in the world. You know, we want to do a lot of more tutorials. We want to start doing some more interviews and everything right now. But first and foremost, we got to have that foundation straight. So that's why we doing a lot of these videos. We want to get our audience um, more into God and the Word of God. Make sure we keeping God first. Making sure we giving gratitude and honor to God for all the small things to the big things. So all blessings are the same. So you know what I'm saying. So we appreciate y'all for tapping in. Now, each of these videos, like I say, talk about a lot of stuff. We want to make sure that we keep our head straight. We want to make sure we stay in shape. So you got to eat right. Make sure you're feeding your mind the right things. Make sure you're watching what you consume, protecting your energy. Because until Jesus come back, we got to make sure we straight. All right. So that's what we're gonna make sure that y'all good here at the academy with everything that we do, from teaching uh, graphic design about the Bible, entrepreneurship, stocks, finances, whatever whatever we come across. So appreciate y'all for tapping in. Now today we're gonna be talking about we're always gonna be talking about faith. But where do you think your talent came from? Where do you think your gift comes from? Where do you think, you know, the opportunities? And I say the test, and I say that because a lot of times people say, "Oh, it was you know who that's making me go through this hard time." We ain't gonna say his name in this house because there's power in the tongue. But a lot of people would say, if somebody was to get in an accident, or somebody was to pass away, or somebody was to, something just random but bad happened, they'll be like, "Oh, that wasn't nothing but the you know who." Is it? You know, or maybe it's a test from God to see your reaction. We have to remember the book of Job. We spoke about this a couple times before, but we're gonna keep touching on that faith because we want to make sure that your faith is strong and that you know, you believe. Faith is believing something that you can't see. You don't always necessarily have to see it to believe it. You can believe it in your heart. So let's not give him so much, you know, when the enemy, don't give the enemy so much credit when something bad happens or something bad hit. Sometimes those tests just be a test from God, a test from the higher up to see how you're gonna react. But we have to have enough discernment to be aware of what's going on so you can have the best reaction. Because like I said, it was one day, it just seemed like I was just almost, it was causing tension with everybody I was communicating with. And if that was just, me back in the day, I would have been thinking, "Oh, it's a bad day. I'm doing something wrong. I'm saying something to me. I thought I was doing something right. I must be doing something going the whole opposite way that I thought I was going." But it's like, no, step back, you know, evaluate the situation and realize it's a test. and make sure you come up with the best reaction that you can. I've been getting better with um, just holding my tongue, not necessarily reacting right when I want to react the way I want to react, but necessarily really thinking about stuff before I say it and like thinking about stuff before I do it. So I've been getting really better with that reaction wise and stuff like that. But that is something I want to share, man, because everything comes from God, man. Like God created everything from the air you breathe to the carpet that you walk on in your house, from the bugs in your ground to everything, man. Gravity, everything. God gave you that talent. He, your enemies, some of these folks are confused, man. Like, don't get me wrong, some of these folks, you can do these little special powers, these little rituals, and you get these spells and all these stuff to get certain powers and talent. But you got to remember, in order for them to even go through with that spell, God have to allow that to happen. The will of God, He gave everybody a free will, so that God had to allow that to happen. So you still going through God when you go over there to your to get that going. Everything comes from God. Don't get it confused. God gave you that talent, not them. God gave you that opportunity, not them. God gave you the vision, not them. God gave you the hands to work, the hands that you got to create and to work the way that you work, the only that you work. God gave you that, not them. The way that you can think about something, use both sides of your mind and your pineal gland if you want to. God gave you that gift, not them. The way that you can shoot, the way that you can focus, the way that you can count, the way that you can drive, the way that you can touch and heal somebody, the way that you can talk to somebody, the way that you can inspire somebody, the way that you can, entertain somebody, the way that you can jump, the way that you can walk, the way that you can eat, the way that you can cook. Man, God gave you all of that. And some of those are the things that we sometimes take for granted because you think you're just so natural at it that it's just that was you. It was in my family. It's in my blood. I was born with it. Well, who you think gave it to them? Who you think allowed it to pass down generation from generation? God did. You have to be grateful and thankful for the smallest things, because it's always somebody's situation worse. And if you can always go and take something of yours and bless somebody else with it, you do that, man. Like, do that. Bless others. That's what it's all about. Don't forget what it's all about. I'm not saying, you know, with a cold heart, you sit up here and you think you're doing work, doing all these good deeds, but your intentions and your heart ain't in it. And you think you building up on these good deeds just to get inside of heaven, or just to make it seem like you're doing something right, but your heart have to be in it. It have to come from here. You can't fool God. You can fool everybody else, but you can't fool God. So don't allow what people say. Don't allow the negative stuff. Don't allow the distractions. Don't allow our human time to knock your face. Because God don't move on our time, player. God is a good God, and He promised what He promised, and He'll fulfill everything that He promised. God is a good God, man. You know, I just wanted to come on here real quick just to speak that because I just felt like I had to just share that. I was gonna say something else, but I like to come on here. I like to come on here and only say what I only have to say. I don't like to try to make nothing up. I like to pray when I come on here, and I say what I have to say, and then I get off. If it gotta be short, then it's short. You see what I'm saying? But make sure you take what I'm saying and take it back to God so you can get that discernment. Make sure it's for you. Don't run around on YouTube just listening to anybody and everybody and thinking it's for you. And that can cause distraction and you'll be off track because you think a message is for you when it's really not. So make sure you take this message, pray on it, get the discernment. If it relates to you, if it click with you, it's random dude on YouTube talking about your life, then pay attention to the signs. Take action. Do something different. Or keep pushing through. We in this together. I promise you, we in it together. Appreciate you for tapping in. I'm John Da Vinci. Thank you for tuning in to the F&R Creator Academy. Share with a friend, but make sure you subscribe. But make sure you get the word. Come for the word. All right. See y'all next time. It's your boy. We'll come back for another one. All right. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. All right. And wear your crown.